Hey everybody, it's me Coral. Welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I've filmed anything. Just to be a little off topic here, I've had I don't know, you know when people talk about how when Mercury is in retrograde, their whole life is messed up? And I'm always like, it's a planet. But for real, these last couple weeks and this week in particular has been so weird, and I don't even know. This week I've been super sick. I think you might be able to tell from my voice. I've had seasonal allergies, which were exacerbated by the crazy wind we've been having, all this dust blowing everywhere, because where I live is very dusty, and that triggers my asthma, which I just recently found out I had. I didn't have it growing up, but I think moving to where I live now, that has become a thing. So that's really frustrating. And then the other day I just had a really crazy high fever, and I'm not really sure why. So it's well, my allergies and my asthma are bad. Then I have this strange fever that I didn't have any other symptoms aside from allergy stuff. I don't know, it's been so weird. My computer fucking broke. Zach and I made it worse trying to replace the part that I thought was broken, and that part broke another part. So we had to replace that part. It was it was a solid state hard drive. So I had to put the operating system back onto my computer, and we couldn't get that to work, so we had to buy another fucking hard drive. Finally, we got that to work, only to realize that it was my graphics card that was the problem the whole fucking time. So we've spent 3 weeks trying to diagnose and fix that. The parts are not cheap, as you can imagine, so it's I don't know. Even now filming this, I'm not sure. We're going to try to take my graphics card out to see if the onboard graphics for my motherboard will allow me to at least edit a video and upload a video, you know? Obviously I'm not going to be able to play Fallout 4 on it for a while, but maybe at least I will be able to. Oh, you guys, this has been awful. And I've had all these new subscribers recently. So hi, you guys. You've not seen any new content from me yet, which makes me feel so bad. But I'm here now. I'm trying to do this. I might be hacking up mucus, but I'm here. So this is already late, but it's my November TBR, and I'm not even sure, like I said, when I'll be able to upload this. So hopefully it won't be at the end of November. Also, we have Thanksgiving this month, so I know that's going to cut my video scheduling kind of weird, because I have my brother staying with me for that week, and Thanksgiving is the holiday that I host for our family. So I don't know, you guys. This month's gonna be weird. And I missed out on so much stuff last month for Halloween. I'm really sad about that. I had my movie stuff that I was doing. I don't know. I watched Midsummer finally, and I really liked it. So, like I said, this is my TBR for November. I'm also trying to get through some of the books that were announced for the Goodreads Awards. Is it Goodreads Choice? I don't know. The Goodreads reading award thingy that it does every year. But I'm going to try to read the ones from the horror category. And I own 2 of the books there. I was able to, I think, get audiobooks for 2 or 3 more of them maybe from my library. And then there were more than a few that I hadn't even heard of, which kind of surprised me. So I don't know. I'm not even sure if some of them I'll be able to rent from the library at all, even in physical form. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. It'll be very casual, you know, it won't be a big which one did I think should win? Because I know I'm not gonna be able to read all of them, especially because there's what, 15 now or something like that? And then after a week or 2, they add 5 more that have been write-ins. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I'm gonna try to read as many as I can, I guess. So, I don't know. This TV is so fucking weird. This video is already way too long. The first book, I'm halfway into this. This is the second book in the Dexter series. It's Dearly Devoted Dexter by Jeff Lindsay. I've been reading this and listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook is so good. It's read by the author, and that doesn't always appeal to me, I think, but the way that Jeff Lindsay does his Dexter is so charming, and I think I read a couple of these a few years ago, and I didn't really like them all that much, but I think hearing from Jeff Lindsay himself, like how Dexter is supposed to talk, because it's very kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. He's like charming and witty in such like a funny, cutesy way, kind of. Not like super cutesy, but I don't know. It's just not how, when I read the book, his voice doesn't sound the same. Like, I don't know. Does this make sense? I'm not talking about like his literal fucking voice, but like Dexter's voice, the way his like speech pattern, the way he says things is not the same when I read it in my head as when Jeff Lindsay reads it to me, you know what I mean? So like after listening to the audiobooks, even now when I'm reading it, I can kind of picture Jeff Lindsay's voice in my head, which is fun. And these are so good. I'm liking them so much more so far since I did the last time I read them. And I would definitely recommend these. Even if you like the show, it's way, way different than the TV show, which was also great. This is one of the Goodreads award nominees. This is The Toll by Cherie Priest, one that I've really liked. I really would have liked to have read it before now, but I think I was planning on leaving it till next summer, except for now it's a nominee, so I don't know. I wanted to read it in the summer. I didn't really get to it then, so I was gonna leave it for next summer, but now I might read it anyways. I don't know. This one's a maybe. Oh my god. Am I gonna be able to cut all my sniffles out of here? This is Bully by Jim Schutze, I believe his last name is pronounced. This is a true crime book, and I'm really not super familiar with the crime, but I think I picked this up at like a library book sale maybe, and then just recently I saw somebody I know talk about this book. Someone I know who reads a lot of true crime stuff, and I was like, oh, I have that. It's just been sitting for so long. So I'm not really familiar with the crime, I don't think. It's about two teenage boys who live in Florida, I think, and I don't really know what the crime entails. It says a true story of high school revenge, so I'm assuming revenge. I don't know what else. Well, I'll have to see. I've heard it's really good though. Another book I'd like to get to this month is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, which is one of Shauna Maguire's pen names. Shauna Maguire has done a lot of more like urban fantasy stuff herself, and then she has her pen name Mira Grant, who writes more like maybe like sci-fi horror, which I think is exactly what this is. It's about a documentary film team. Oh no, it's actually mockumentary. A mockumentary film team who is making a mockumentary about mermaids, and it turns out they're real and they're fucking evil, vicious creatures. And I think this is like something happened to the original crew, and now another crew is going to investigate what happened because a lot of people don't believe that it really happened. I've heard lots of good things about this so far though, so I've been looking forward to this. I just bought this last month, so that should tell you like how excited I am for it, because I don't typically read books that I bought, especially if they're not new releases, at least, you know. This book has been on so many TBRs this year, but this is The Other by Thomas Tryon. It's kind of like an evil twin book. I'm trying to finally fucking get to it. My reading has not been super great the last couple months, which is okay. I'm giving myself a fucking break, especially last month because I was watching a lot of movies, but I hope to finally get to this one. Okay, so this is a new release. This is Ghoster by Jason Arnopp. He also wrote The Last Days of Jack Sparks, which I have, but I haven't read yet. But I've heard so many good things about this. So when I saw that he was releasing a new book, I figured I would give it a try. And this is like kind of one of those like spooky technology books. It's about a woman who's about to move in with her boyfriend, but he ghosts her. And she goes to move into this apartment and all of his stuff is gone except for his cell phone. And she can't help but to, you know, look through his cell phone, his texts, his messages, his apps, all that stuff. Just like, trying to figure out where the fuck he could have gone to. And then things start to get spooky. And that's all I know. And that's all I want to know. So this is a little bit chunkier than I thought it would be. Which makes me, I don't know, equally apprehensive and excited, I think. Okay, and this is another new release. This is The Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This came out last month, and I meant to read it last month, but I just did not get to it. This is more of like a fantasy book. I think there's like secret societies and blah, blah, blah. I like really don't know anything about it, but I've read some of Leigh Bardugo's, well, most of Leigh Bardugo's like YA fantasy novels, and I liked the themes that she put in there, but particularly with the first like Grisha series, it was good, but like you could tell and like I say this as somebody who's never written a fucking book in my life, but you could tell like her writing had some maturing to do maybe. And so when I heard she was putting out an adult fantasy novel, I was immediately intrigued because I'm hoping that this can take the good elements that she's had in her other books and make them like deeper and darker. And I guess that's what I'm hoping. I really like have no idea what this is about. It's a beautiful book cover. I haven't been frequenting bookish social media a ton lately, so I'm not even sure like what other people have thought about it yet. Another book I'd like to get to this month is The Wicked King by Holly Black. This will be a reread for me, and I actually need to like do this sooner than later because the last book in this trilogy is coming out this month, and that is called The Queen of Nothing, which I also plan to read. I'm so dang excited about it. If you like YA fantasy and haven't read this series yet, I can't recommend it enough. It's so full of like betrayal and creepy fairies and weird tricks and political scheming, and it has a great love to hate relationship in it. Like, and I'm so into those when they're done right, and I really think Holly Black has nailed the relationship in this, because I fucking hate and I fucking love it. So yeah, this book, it leaves off in a massive cliffhanger though, so I think if you read this, you'll definitely want to pick up the last book right away. And this last book is also one that I meant to read last month. This is Rose Matter by Stephen King. This is about a woman in an abusive relationship who finally gets away from her husband, but she thinks he's tracking her down, or he's going to be able to track her down because he is a police officer or some sort of law enforcement officer. Maybe. Oh, he's just a cop. Okay. I believe I read this or part of it when I was younger. I remember like vividly reading, like, I'm not sure, my mom didn't censor a ton of the media I consumed, which like I really appreciate in some ways, but also I vividly remember reading the parts where this woman is being abused when I had to have been way too young to like be reading stuff like that, and I'm like, Mom, what the fuck, like when I look back on it. But I don't remember any of this book besides that, so I don't think I finished it, or maybe I did, I don't know. It's like all of friggin' Stephen King books in the world, I feel like. So that's what I have planned. I'm also currently reading or listening to the audiobook of Girl in Red by Christina Henry because that's one of the nominees for the Goodreads horror things. I also plan on hopefully listening to The Invited by Jennifer McMahon. That's another nominee. And I'm on hold for the audiobook for Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I don't know. I can't remember what his last name is, but it's like a big one that's been, you know, going through the horror community at the moment. And that's one of the nominees as well, I believe. So I'll have that. I also have The Institute by Stephen King, which is a nominee. Maybe I can get the audiobook for that too, because that's a lot of reading. For me, it's a lot of extra reading, especially when I know my month is not gonna be full of reading because, like I said, I definitely have family over I have my brother's staying here, and he is younger than me. Not that I'm very old, but he's younger than me, and he like wants to get out and do shit, and like I don't blame him. So we're gonna get out and we're gonna do shit while he's here. And I also like have to host Thanksgiving, and my kid's gonna be out of school for a week, so I can't just like veg and read that whole week, which is okay. I'll survive. But I definitely don't think I should be reading 20 books this month, because I know I'm not gonna get that done. So I don't know, I'm rambling. My eyes are watering because I can't stop yawning. I've been coughing up mucus, and I think I need to, I don't know, do something and stop talking. So, you guys, this is like, it's so sad because I want to be like, I will see you later, and then like, it'll be like, and then I turn this off and I go and edit it and upload it, but like, I can't do that quite yet. So, hopefully I'll see you soon. Thanks for sticking with me through this forced hiatus, especially those of you who are new to my channel, because it's kind of weird to subscribe to a channel and be like, yes, I want to see this person's videos, and then like have nothing but crickets on their channel for like 3 or 4 weeks. So hopefully I'll be able to upload this in the next couple days, and I'm looking forward to talking to all of you. Let me know if you've read any of these, especially some of these new releases. Let me know if you've read like Ghoster or The Ninth House or The Toll. Are those the new ones? Yeah, that's it. Or if you've read any of these, I guess, let me know. Talk to me about it. I would love to hear from you. That's all I have for you for now, so I will see you guys later.